celebrating our Hispanic culture.
It's the people of diet, but we try to put our life.
And keeping our traditions alive.
My artwork speaks for itself, and my background growing up speaks for itself as well.
From works of art,
showing up for the community continues to show up for us.
To showing resiliency during difficult times.
Start with 2 ounces of Tapatio Blanco.
We say cheers to being una familia.
CBS News Bay Area presents an original special, Una Familia, a Hispanic heritage celebration.
Hello and welcome to CBS News Bay Area's Hispanic Heritage Month celebration, Una Familia. I'm Ramirez.
And I'm Gianna Franco, and for the next half hour, we are proud to shine a light on the vibrant cultures, inspiring voices, and success stories from Latino communities right here in the Bay Area.
Hispanic Heritage Month is a time for celebration of roots, resilience, and rich traditions passed through the generations.
But it's also a time of reflection as we take a closer look at the challenges many in our community continue to face.
One of the biggest conversations happening right now is immigration. Since President Donald Trump first took office earlier this year, his administration promised to deport 1 million undocumented immigrants, starting with those convicted of violent crimes.
We've been working on getting dangerous, criminal, illegal aliens out of our country. Murderers, rapists, drug traffickers, human traffickers, going out, arresting them, and removing them from our communities so that our families can be safe again at night.
However, once ICE agents began conducting nationwide raids, it quickly became clear that the scope had widened. People with non-violent offenses, even those with steady jobs and families, were soon being detained as well.
Well, here in the Bay Area, a Livermore family is not giving up their fight to bring back their deported father. Miguel Lopez had spent years trying to become a U.S. citizen before he was taken into custody and deported to Mexico in June. His wife, a U.S. citizen, says it's difficult not having him home.
He's the one who provided everything for us, and just a whole bunch of stuff started coming to my mind, like what's going to happen with us if he's not here. You know, if I can't get a job right away, am I going to lose my home? I'm going to end up in the street with my kids. Just a lot of stuff. Like, is he going to be okay? It was just hard.
Lopez's legal troubles began in 1996 when he was caught crossing the border and lied, claiming he was a U.S. citizen. He later re-entered successfully, but was arrested in 1998 for a DUI, but convicted on a lesser charge. Lopez has tried applying for U.S. citizenship, arguing he was married to a U.S. citizen and his children were born here. After a routine court appointment in May, ICE detained him. He was deported a few weeks later. The longtime decision to cross the border illegally and lie to border agents came back to haunt him.
I feel bad, you know, that I'm not with them, like providing what they need.
Congressman Eric Swalwell, who represents the Livermore area, traveled to Mexico City to meet with Lopez. He's introduced a bill called the Miguel Lopez Naturalization Act that would allow Lopez to become a U.S. citizen. But Swalwell admits the bill has little chance of passing while Republicans control the House and the Senate. We reached out to all 6 Republican members of Congress from California to ask them about the bill, but none wanted to comment.
Recently, the mayors of San Francisco, Oakland, and San Jose launched a fund supporting immigrant families. It's called the Stand Together Bay Area Fund. The fund aims to raise $10 million to provide financial and legal help for families who have a loved one detained or deported by ICE. It was set up by the San Francisco Foundation. The money will go to nonprofits to help immigrant communities with rent, food, and other basic expenses.
Well, for nearly 60 years, Los Lupeños has been a cultural cornerstone in San Jose. The nonprofit dance academy has united generations through Mexican folk dancing known as folklorico. But in the shadow of ongoing deportation efforts, what once was a joyful expression now carries a deeper, more urgent meaning. As Kevin Coe reports, dancers are now doubling down on preserving Hispanic heritage one step at a time.
It's Samuel Cortez's 10th year as the artistic director for Los Lupeños de San Jose.
What we do, it's very known as folklorico, as I call it Mexican folk dance, and it's the right cross path between visual arts and cultural activity.
Year-round, Cortez and his assistant director, Steven, hold practices at the Mexican Heritage Plaza in East San Jose.
These dancers prepare themselves for months and months.
Embracing these traditions today feels heavier for many, like 23-year-old Karina Castro.
We try not to mention that stuff in the dance room, but it's a huge elephant in the room, but we all know what's going on. Everyone's on social media. But I use that as motivation to stay here and do it for even longer and inspire others to do the same.
As a Mexican-American, Karina always used folklorico to embrace and preserve her heritage. Now, it's about protecting it.
Doing this feels a lot more different now. It actually empowers me to continue to do it because we don't want to give them what they want. They don't want us, but we're here to stay because we've been here for such a long time.
For 20-year-old Angelica, who's been coming here since she was 10, being part of Los Lupeños feels more vital than ever.
It's the one place that really connects me to my culture. It keeps me grounded into my roots of my Mexican heritage, and I think that's why I continue to do it for so long. Right now, I think it's a pivotal time in history to represent the Mexican culture, to break those stereotypes that are in the community right now.
There's also the stereotypes being broken here every day.
During the day, I'm a chemical engineer, and then I come here in the evenings and I teach classes. They're always really shocked to learn that side of me.
Steven started dancing as a Stanford student to reconnect with his Mexican heritage. He never thought he'd be here 10 years later, alongside Cortez, carrying on San Jose's Hispanic legacy.
This year, the Hispanic Heritage Month is particularly special because I feel more than ever that it's necessary to get close to the ones that are here, that are looking for space, that are looking to feel safe, that are looking to feel part of something. We are here standing, we're still fighting, we're still trying to support each other and making sure that our community feels safe, empowered, and proud of who they are.
Well, San Francisco's Mission District is a hub for Latino small businesses, but one group that's helped them thrive is now facing a financial setback. Mission Loteria, known for its Shop Local campaign, lost its $30,000 annual funding from the city. The founder says without it, they can't host community events. A local business owner says the group has been key to boosting visibility and hopes support from the city or community can keep going.
We all appreciate in the neighborhood just bringing more people into the area to discover all the beautiful, wonderful places that the Mission has to offer.
Mission Loteria started an online fundraiser to raise money for things like outreach resources. Well, still ahead on Uno Familia, saying salud to tequila, how a San Francisco mom and pop restaurant is serving and educating customers on the beloved spirit one bottle at a time.
Plus, telling Bay Area culture through her eyes, meet the Chicana artist behind these designs that's landed her collaboration with major sports teams. As we celebrate Hispanic heritage, we have to say salud to the most popular spirit coming out of Mexico, tequila.
Yeah, and if you want to learn something about tequila, then you need to make a pit stop at Tommy's Mexican restaurant in San Francisco's Richmond district.
It has been called the epicenter of tequila in the United States. In fact, it is solely responsible for changing how many people drink a margarita.
Ryan Yamamoto introduces us to the owner and connoisseur who serves his passion one bottle at a time.
Our Highland Blanco will be Tapatio Blanco.
Ask Julio Bermejo for a taste of tequila.
Winter blend from Fortaleza.
And you'll get more than just a drink.
Don Pilar Añejo.
You'll get an education.
These are all great examples of well-made tequilas. There's basically two philosophies. Highland tequila, when it's young, is very citrusy and spicy. Valley tequila, by comparison, is a little more pungent.
For the past 4 decades, Bermejo has turned his love of tequila into a passion.
I'd say obsession.
An obsession that began long before it was as popular as it is today.
You know, not only here at Tommy's do we try to represent San Francisco and try to represent our part of Mexico, the Yucatan, but we also want to represent the tequila industry to anyone who has an interest in it.
Tommy's Mexican restaurant opened in San Francisco in 1965, and this summer they celebrated their 60th anniversary.
Again, we're a tiny family mom and pop restaurant in the middle of the Richmond district of San Francisco, and we're in the sticks in San Francisco.
And this tiny restaurant became big when in 1999, Tommy's appeared in a Wall Street Journal article touting its tequila club.
I was on the front page of the Wall Street Journal in the left-hand column, which is the trend column, and Wall Street Journal called Tommy's the epicenter of tequila in the United States.
Where several years before,
start with 2 ounces of Tapatio Blanco.
Bermejo became a game changer in the cocktail world.
We're gonna add some agave.
With his simple margarita recipe.
Fresh squeezed seedless Persian lime juice.
A recipe for his now famous Tommy's Margarita.
Vigorous shake.
That is now served at bars in the Bay Area, the country, and even around the world.
Salud. That's your Tommy's Margarita. So there's a little bit of San Francisco everywhere you go when you see a Tommy's on someone's menu.
Today, Bermejo serves as a global ambassador for the National Chamber of the Tequila Industry.
We're like a tequila messenger.
Where the message is about taste and quality.
Because flavors, as we know, leave profound memories.
Memories that began 6 decades ago inside a tiny restaurant in San Francisco's Richmond district, where Julio Bermejo does more than just serve tequila. He teaches his obsession one bottle at a time.
Currently, there are more than 10,000 members in Tommy's Tequila Club, and along with tastings and education, Julio takes people on guided trips to Mexico to visit tequila distilleries.
Still ahead, you may have seen her designs at Giants games. We'll introduce you to the Chicana artist keeping her culture alive.
Plus, hair braiding has deep roots to Afro-Latino traditions. We'll show you the program weaving hope and community for incarcerated women one strand at a time. Deep Indigenous and Afro-Latino roots, a cultural tradition passed down through generations. Now a group of Bay Area women is bringing that heritage inside the walls of local jails, teaching the art of braiding to incarcerated women. They call themselves the Freedom Braiders. Gianna Hernandez co-founded the group with her daughter. Hernandez says they started the group after noticing a lack of empowering programs in jail. She says braiding is more than a skill, it's a path to healing and a second chance.
In the indigenous practices, they say healing one strand at a time through mind, body, and spirit.
We meet a lot of different women from a lot of different walks of life, and we hear their stories, and we relate to them.
Braiding traces back to African traditions brought to the Americas, once used as a form of communication, even mapping escape routes for enslaved people. Certain styles also preserved cultural identity and status. Now they're helping women inside find purpose, connection, and pride.
Lowrider cruising was once banned in California for nearly 40 years, but that changed just last year. Now, what was once outlawed is being celebrated as a proud piece of Bay Area culture. In San Francisco, the annual King of the Streets Hop and Lowrider Parade made history, televised for the very first time. CBS News Bay Area brought you that special broadcast featuring the colorful cars and deep community pride rolling through the Mission. From lowriders to the streets to lowriders in artwork, Bay Area artist Cecilia Perez is proud to show off Chicano culture in her designs. She's collaborated with the San Francisco Giants, Sacramento Kings, and the clothing store Zumiez. Our Mary Lee spoke with Perez to find out the inspiration behind her artwork.
It's a hard time. Yeah.
I wouldn't mind having another.
When you walk inside the San Francisco Giants dugout store, the first thing you see is Chicana artist Cecilia Perez's collection. Her artwork tells a story of San Francisco through the lens of a Chicana, through Cecilia's eyes. Her mission is to represent the Chicano culture she loves in the most positive way, and her work is resonating with fans. Her collection constantly sells out.
I have my first issued Giants merchandise. I have it as a little trophy up here.
I think what people love the most is the Chicano flavor that she's bringing in, and the colors and the bold. It's all very much quintessential Bay Area culture. When you see it, you know it. She has an incredible fan base, and just seeing everything through Cecilia's perspective is just beautiful.
Cecilia's work is an expression of who she is, a proud second-generation Chicana. Her work brings a Chicana perspective to a culture that she says is often told through the male lens. Her work embraces both masculine and feminine energies with old-school custom lowriders, while also featuring Chicanas at the center of her artwork, ultimately uplifting the female voice. It's edgy, heartfelt, and authentically her own.
I'm very proud and I'm very unapologetic when it comes to being a Chicana artist. My artwork speaks for itself, and my background growing up speaks for itself as well. And so I have no qualms whatsoever in just being myself. These cars are in our car club called Sin Nombre Familia, and I incorporate our vehicles in a lot of my artworks.
This 53 Chevy is featured in Cecilia's collection for the San Francisco Giants Artist Series.
Lowriders, to me, are rolling pieces of artwork.
When she was first starting out, she says it was difficult, but giving up was never an option. For her, quitting meant giving up on her parents' hard work to give her a good life.
This painting right here is of my dad. I painted this right after he passed away. It was a means of artistic therapy for myself, so it really helped me cope with his loss.
Cecilia's father was an entrepreneur, journalist, musician, and activist who fought for Chicano representation in the United Farm Workers of America. Cesar Chavez himself asked Cecilia's dad and his band to perform at his father's funeral. Through Cecilia's artwork, she continues her father's legacy of activism.
Ultra proud. Cecilia's thought process and being able to encapsulate the Chicano lifestyle, has been prominent, of course, in her art, in large part due to our general upbringing.
Everything that I do is actually in his honor. The last really big milestone that I was able to achieve was him being able to see me throw the first pitch for the Giants last year. And so that was like a really big deal for me, and it felt like a movie ending.
Cecilia's artwork is a love letter to her family and community, celebrating Chicano style, strength, beauty, and resilience.
Well, coming up on Una Familia, Dia de los Muertos is around the corner.
We'll take a look at how one San Jose artist is bringing the holiday to life with her face paint.
CBS News Bay Area presents an original special, Una Familia, a Hispanic heritage celebration.
As the season shifts to fall, the traditions of Dia de los Muertos, or Day of the Dead, come alive, quite literally for many in our community.
One San Jose artist is helping people honor their loved ones through striking face and body paint rooted in deep cultural meaning. In a small San Jose home studio filled with color, culture, and concentration, Sherry Pedraza begins her work.
In my particular case, the body paint is a continuation of my passion.
She starts by brushing a smooth layer of white makeup onto her canvas. Today it's Laura, a Colombian-American client preparing for Dia de los Muertos. From hollow eyes to floral designs, Sherry transforms the living into the symbolic dead.
It's the people of diet, but we try to put our life.
Originally from Mexico City, Sherry grew up sketching as a child.
When I paint, I feel I am in the other world.
When she moved to the U.S., she worked as a cake decorator at Safeway. Then she began family face painting for free at parks in San Jose. The hobby became her full-time job. She's now booked months in advance for events and parties. But this time of year, Dia de los Muertos is especially meaningful.
I feel happy because it's good when you share.
Death masks like these, adorned with flowers, glitter, and even jewelry, are a celebration of life and legacy. The tradition blends ancient Aztec customs with Catholic holidays like All Souls Day. Perhaps the most iconic symbol is La Catrina, a skeletal figure in elegant European dress, first illustrated by Mexican artist Jose Guadalupe Posada, and later immortalized in Diego Rivera's mural with Frida Kahlo. The image and the tradition have spread far beyond Mexico. In San Jose, fashion mixes with folklore at a Catrina catwalk. This fashion show was part of a fall festival sponsored by San Jose Jazz.
I'm happy, and the other cultures adopted these traditions. We can more big this beautiful celebration.
Back at home, Sherry paints another favorite client, her son Asher.
They see me dressed up as a skull, as a skeleton, but they also see that there is also beauty in death.
At last, the final touches go on Laura. Glitter, rhinestones, and a flowered hat fit for La Catrina.
I want to put something bright to finish it.
In a world that moves fast, Sherry's art reminds us to pause and to remember and to celebrate those who came before. And with vibrant colors, delicate detail, and deep tradition, Sherry Pedraza brings the dead to life in a beautiful way.
Well, we want to thank you for joining us for Una Familia, CBS News Bay Area's celebration of Hispanic Heritage Month, highlighting the rich Hispanic cultures that make up our communities each and every day.
Now, you can find all of these inspiring stories in the Una Familia section of our website, KPIX.com. We hope you log on and share and keep those connections going.